After the jaw-dropping conclusion of Season 6, where Johnny Lawrence faced his demons and the future of karate was left hanging by a thread, fans are left wondering what happens next. The world of Cobra Kai is changing, and what's coming in Season 7 promises to be even more intense, more thrilling, and more unexpected than ever before. With new characters, shocking plot twists, and some of your favorite faces returning in ways you can't even begin to imagine, the future of Cobra Kai is taking a turn that will blow your mind. But here's the real question. How does it all tie back to Johnny's final fight and the legacy of the Karate Kid universe? If you thought the finale was the end, think again. Season 7 is about to change everything you thought you knew about Cobra Kai. Buckle up, because the roller coaster ride is just getting started. The finale of Cobra Kai Season 6 was a monumental moment for the series, a heart-stopping climax that wrapped up the long-standing rivalry between Johnny Lawrence and his old nemesis Daniel LaRusso, while setting up a whole new set of challenges for the future. But what many fans didn't see coming was the twist that was waiting just around the corner, a shift in the story that would lead into the unknown. Johnny's final fight, the one he'd been building towards since the beginning of the series, wasn't just a showdown for the sake of victory. It was personal. It was emotional. And more than that, it was about closure. Johnny had spent decades haunted by his past, his loss at the All Valley, the years of mistakes, the relationships that fell apart. And in that final moment with Daniel by his side, Johnny faced not only his rival, but also the ghosts that had been following him for years. And as he landed that final decisive blow, it wasn't just a win in the tournament. It was a win for his own redemption. But the end of Season 6 wasn't just about Johnny. The young fighters who had fought their way through the tournaments were also left standing at the edge of something new. Miguel and Tori, now champions in their own right, had their own victories to claim. Yet even with their triumph, the stakes of their personal journeys were far from over. The battles they fought weren't just physical. They were about identity, belonging, and what it meant to grow up in the shadow of a legacy. And as the dust settled after the final fight, the characters we've come to love had nowhere left to go but forward. But with Season 7 looming on the horizon, the question is, where exactly are they headed? Now, you might be wondering, why is Season 7 such a big deal? Well, the trailer that dropped recently gave us a taste of what's to come, and trust me, it's more than just a few returning characters and tournament dust-ups. The creators have promised that Season 7 will take everything we know about the Cobra Kai world and throw it on its head. If you thought Johnny's fight against Wolf was the end of his struggles, think again. The world of Cobra Kai is about to open up in ways that fans have never seen before, introducing new threats, new alliances, and even more intense personal battles for everyone involved. The new trailer hints at some unexpected shifts in power, with characters we thought we knew taking dark, unpredictable turns. One of the biggest surprises of Season 7 is how it deals with the fallout of Johnny's victory. Sure, he defeated Wolf, but in the process, he also opened the door to a whole new level of rivalry, one that stretches far beyond the dojo walls. The trailer teases a new mysterious villain who may have a much bigger stake in the Cobra Kai universe than anyone realizes. This isn't just a new bad guy. It's a force that will challenge everything Johnny and his allies have fought for. We saw hints of this new threat in the final moments of Season 6, but the trailer makes it clear that this isn't just a new face to fight. This is a new kind of enemy, one that could break the very foundation of what Johnny and Daniel have been trying to build all these years. What's more, the future of Cobra Kai itself is at a crossroads. As Johnny tries to rebuild his life and his dojo, he faces a new set of challenges, both personal and professional. Can he continue to teach the next generation of fighters while also confronting the mistakes of his past? Is the Cobra Kai mentality of strike first, strike hard, no mercy still relevant in a world that's changing around them? And what role will the younger fighters play in this new chapter? Miguel and Tori may have been champions, but now they have to navigate the consequences of their victories. With Johnny at the helm, the dojo is changing, but what about the rest of the world? Can he hold everything together, or is it all about to fall apart? Season 7 doesn't just promise more fights. It promises a deep dive into the character's evolution. The emotional weight of Johnny's journey isn't over, and the same goes for Daniel. Their shared story has been about rivalry, but now it's about something deeper: friendship, mentorship, and the bond that has formed between them over the course of the series. But even with their partnership, the future is uncertain. Can Johnny and Daniel continue to grow together, or will they find themselves at odds once more? The trailer gives us glimpses of both unity and tension, showing that the road ahead won't be easy for either of them. As we move forward into Season 7, it's clear that the stakes are higher than ever. But there's still so much more to come. New alliances, new betrayals, and new lessons for both old and new characters. With the Karate Kid universe expanding beyond just the Cobra Kai dojo, the possibilities are endless. So while Johnny's final fight may have been a triumph, the real battle is only just beginning. Stay tuned because Season 7 is going to be a game changer. As we dive deeper into the Cobra Kai universe, it's clear that the stakes are only getting higher. Johnny Lawrence's journey in Season 6 wasn't just about his redemption arc, it was about redefining what it means to be a sensei, a father, and a fighter. He may have defeated his personal demons, but in doing so, he opened the door to an even greater challenge. The trailer for Season 7 teases a new era for the dojo, and with Johnny's newfound sense of purpose, it's clear that this won't just be another round of tournament fights. The heart of the story now lies in the choices Johnny will make as he navigates his role as a mentor to the next generation. Can he truly balance the lessons of his past with the responsibility of shaping future fighters? Will the mistakes of his younger years repeat themselves, or has Johnny learned enough to lead in a way that breaks the cycle? As the trailer suggests, there's a looming question: how much of Johnny's past will continue to haunt him in the present? While Johnny struggles with his new responsibilities, he's also forced to confront the reality that his actions have consequences, not just for him, but for everyone around him. The dojo, once a symbol of rebellion and defiance, has now become something more. But is that a good thing? On the flip side, Season 7 will also delve into the complexities of the younger characters who have come to define the heart of Cobra Kai. Miguel and Tori, now champions, stand at a crossroads. Both characters have faced tremendous challenges. Miguel with his complicated relationship with his father, and Tori with the darkness that haunts her past. But now, with the championship behind them, they're no longer just fighting for glory. They're fighting for something deeper, their own sense of identity. Both have struggled to find their place in the world, and now that they've reached the peak of their respective journeys, they're forced to reckon with what comes next. The trailer hints at personal struggles that will test their growth as they face internal and external forces that challenge everything they've fought for. Will Miguel continue to find peace after the turmoil of his past, or will the shadow of his family continue to weigh him down? And will Tori's sense of victory be enough to heal the wounds of her past, or will her need for acceptance lead her down a dangerous path? One of the most intriguing aspects of Season 7 is how it will deal with the evolution of Cobra Kai as a whole. Johnny's leadership is being tested, but it's not just about him anymore. The younger fighters, Miguel, Tori, and others, are stepping into their own roles as leaders and mentors, and this shift in power dynamics is bound to create tension. The trailer gives us a glimpse of new recruits' fresh faces who may seem to embody the old Cobra Kai mentality. Strike first strike, hard no mercy. But is that enough in a world that has changed since the days of Johnny's prime? The dojos. New students will be forced to confront not just their opponents, but also the dark history that has followed Cobra Kai throughout the years. As the old guard, Johnny and his allies try to hold on to the principles they once fought for, the younger generation must decide what kind of warriors they want to be. Will they take the lessons of the past and evolve them into something new, or will they fall into the same traps that ensnared their senseis? The trailer also teased a deeper dive into the legacy of Cobra Kai itself. For years, the dojo has been a symbol of strength and discipline, but also one of controversy and destruction. It's been both a beacon of hope and a breeding ground for rivalry. With Johnny at the helm, there was hope for redemption, but as Season 7 approaches, that hope is being tested. Johnny's leadership will be put under a microscope as he faces an enemy more powerful than anything he's encountered before. A new dangerous force is lurking in the shadows, and while Johnny's past mistakes have shaped him into the man he is today, they may also be the key to understanding this new threat. In the trailer, we see a glimpse of this mysterious villain, a figure whose power and influence seem to go far beyond what we've seen in the series so far. This villain is not just a person, they're an idea, a philosophy that challenges everything Cobra Kai once stood for. This isn't just about taking over a dojo. It's about taking control of a mindset, one that could push the world of karate into a new, darker direction. Johnny, Daniel, and their students will have to face this new ideology head-on, and it's clear from the trailer that the battle won't be easy. But it's not just the younger generation and the dojo that will be tested in Season 7. Johnny and Daniel's relationship, which has evolved from bitter rivalry to reluctant friendship, will be pushed to its limits. The trailer hints at a rift that may form between the two as they struggle with their differing philosophies on karate and mentorship. Can Johnny and Daniel continue to work together, or will their past differences tear them apart once again? The core of the Cobra Kai series has always been about their complex relationship, and in Season 7, it seems like the bond they've built over the years will be put to the ultimate test. This will be a pivotal moment for both characters, as they must decide whether their friendship is strong enough to withstand the challenges ahead, or if their differences will tear them apart for good. The season promises to be a thrilling ride, filled with intense personal struggles, deep character development, and shocking twists that will keep fans on the edge of their seats. As we head into the next chapter of Cobra Kai, one thing is for certain: nothing is ever as it seems, and the fight for the future of karate is far from over. The trailer has set the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable season, one that will challenge our favorite characters in ways we never imagined. The future of Cobra Kai and the Karate Kid universe is hanging in the balance, and with Season 7 on the horizon, the questions are piling up faster than the answers. What will Johnny and his students face next? Who will emerge as the true victor? In this battle for the soul of karate, only time will tell, but we know this: Season 7 is going to be a game changer. As Cobra Kai moves into Season 7, we're about to witness the fallout of the colossal showdown that wrapped up Season 6, and the consequences will ripple throughout the entire Karate Kid universe. The trailer for the upcoming season gave us a brief but tantalizing look at what's next for our favorite characters, but it also raised some crucial questions. Johnny Lawrence has changed. The arc that started with a washed-up, broken man who barely recognized his own worth has transformed into a mentor and leader of a dojo. However, the heart of the story isn't just Johnny's redemption, it's about the challenge of maintaining that redemption. He's no longer just the guy who beat up Daniel LaRusso all those years ago. Now, he's the guy who has to mentor the next generation, balancing the lessons of his past with the expectations of the present. But in doing so, Johnny will face his most difficult battle yet, leading others while continuing to confront the ghosts of his own past. In the Season 7 trailer, Johnny is seen wrestling with his sense of responsibility. He has always been the wild card, reckless, spontaneous, and unapologetic, but now he has to step up in ways he's never had to before. With the end of the tournament and the passing of the torch, Johnny has become more than just a fighter. He's a father figure, a mentor, and a sensei, but the weight of that responsibility is heavy. How can Johnny continue to guide these students, especially with a new generation of Cobra Kai fighters who seem to embrace the old, dangerous mindset of strike first, strike hard, no mercy? The show's creators have hinted that Johnny's journey won't be easy in this new role. And from the trailer, we can already tell that Johnny will face opposition, not just from enemies outside the dojo, but from within it. Some students are bound to challenge his leadership, questioning whether Johnny's change of heart can truly last. What's worse is that Johnny himself will continue to struggle with his past mistakes, wondering if he can ever truly escape the shadow of his former self. And this is where the real stakes of Cobra Kai Season 7 come into play. Johnny is no longer just fighting to prove himself. He's fighting to prove that redemption is possible, not just for himself, but for the very thing he's built. In the trailer, we see glimpses of a new villain rising, a force that threatens not just Johnny's dojo, but the very principles that Cobra Kai, for all its flaws, stood for. This isn't just a personal battle anymore, it's a battle for the future of karate itself. Johnny's former students, Miguel, Tori, and Hawk, have now become key players in this new fight, and each of them will have to decide what kind of warriors they want to be moving forward. The future of Cobra Kai will depend on whether these new generation fighters can break free of the toxic cycle of the past and forge a new path forward. Miguel's journey in particular is one that will continue to evolve in Season 7. Throughout the series, he has been Johnny's protege, learning the ways of karate from a man who, at first, didn't seem to have much to offer. But now that Miguel has come into his own, having grown into a champion in his own right, what happens next? In the Season 7 trailer, we see Miguel grappling with the weight of his own identity. He's fought through family turmoil, a dangerous rivalry with Robbie, and a complicated relationship with Johnny. But now, Miguel faces something new. How does he balance the fame and success that come with being a champion with the personal growth he still needs to achieve? The trailer also hints at Miguel's internal struggles. While he's proven himself as a fighter, there's still something missing. He's not just fighting for medals or titles anymore. He's fighting for peace, for self-acceptance, and for understanding. In many ways, his journey mirrors Johnny's own evolution. Will Miguel be able to step into his own leadership role and guide the next generation, or will he continue to struggle with the trauma of his past? Then there's Tori, whose character arc has been nothing short of fascinating. Initially introduced as one of the most ruthless fighters in Cobra Kai, Tori's journey has been all about breaking free from the toxic ideology that defined her life for so long. In Season 6, she emerged as a champion, but her victory wasn't just about physical skill. It was about breaking free from the chains of her past. In the Season 7 trailer, Tori's struggles are far from over. She may have earned her championship title, but she's now left to grapple with what that victory means for her future. The trailer hints at a possible rift between Tori and the rest of the Cobra Kai crew, especially as she tries to navigate her identity as both a fighter and someone who's trying to distance herself from the toxic mindset she once embraced. She's fought so hard to get here, but now she has to face the consequences of her choices. Will Tori continue to walk the path of redemption, or will the darkness of her past pull her back into the Cobra Kai fold? The dynamics within Cobra Kai are set to shift dramatically in Season 7, and the trailer gives us a brief glimpse of what's to come. As Johnny faces his leadership challenges and the younger fighters wrestle with their own growth, there's an undeniable sense of urgency hanging over this season. Cobra Kai, for all its chaos, has always been about the struggle for control, for legacy, and for redemption. And now, with new threats on the horizon and a shifting balance of power within the dojo, it's clear that the battle for the soul of Cobra Kai is far from over. Johnny, Daniel, and their students will have to face their greatest test yet, fighting not just for victory, but for the future of karate itself. What kind of legacy will they leave behind? The answers will unfold in the intense, high-stakes drama that Season 7 promises to deliver. Get ready! Cobra Kai is about to raise the stakes like never before. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe our channel for more updates. Thanks.